Halo, halo, mam to znowu ja. Dzisiaj jest 20 listopada 2021 roku, jest prawie 20, kontynuuję zagranie w Skyrima. Dobra, jesteśmy tutaj, gdzie się wykrzaczyła gra. Mam nadzieję, że się już nie wykrzaczy. O kurwa. Wstawaj, wstawaj, byku. Roda. Dobra. Co my tu mamy? Chuja widzę tak naprawdę. Skrzynka jest. A tędy to ja przylazłem. O, właśnie tego szukałem. Tego typka szukałem. Dobra. Tu. O! Okej. Dostał w łysą pałę. Z miecza. Okej, to nie wygląda przyjemnie. No. O nie. O. Na raz poszło. Coś tu jeszcze? Ktoś coś? Nie. Okej. Nie wygląda, jakby miał wstać. Co to jest? O, ja to mogę sobie tym kilofem teraz. Ancientowym. O, cześć. Co, koniec pochodni? Nie. Dobra, wyjebany i dostęp. O kurwa, się wystraszyłem. Już tak widziałem po tym osmolonym tym miejscu, że... Nie widzę nikogo tutaj znowu. Jeszcze mi powiedzcie, że tak długo naciąga. Pewnie, że tak. Kurwa. Kurwa jebana gra, ja nie wiem co z tym zjebanym łukiem jest nie tak. Widzicie coś? Ja nic. Patrzę na ekran drugi, żeby coś widzieć. To jest wejście? O. Pierdolę to. Jebana kurwa. Nawet fus roda nie, fus nie powiedział, tylko od razu roda i... I co frajerze teraz? No. Okej. Kurwa. Pierdolona gra. Dobra, jebać ten już Common Soldier. O kurwa. A pan te drzwiczki? Hello? Aha, kojarzę to chyba już, o co tu chodzi. Okej, tu ktoś jest w ogóle jakiś taki... Czytajmy sobie ten journal. A, w ogóle list, nie otworzyłem go wcześniej. Received a letter from East Empire Company today, and they say that some of the miners broke through the wall in shaft 3 of Raven Rock Mine and found some ruins. I hope this isn't another waste of time like that fiasco they sent me to in Cyrodiil. I will gather my assistants Midius and sail back to Raven Rock at first light. It will be nice to see the old house in Saltheim again. Finally arrived in Raven Rock and was surprised at the number of Dark Elves refugees living in town. They aren't really but I think they will make fine workers one day. Emilius and I spent a good part of the day cleaning the ash off the roof of my house. The volcano is still erupting almost day and night. If it wasn't for the ash covering everything, it would almost look beautiful. Milius... Aha, to 5 lat po wybuchu jest, bo 4/5 był list podpisany, gdzie gość w forcie był. Milius and I are headed into Raven Rock Mine to have a look at whatever it is the miners uncovered. I think I will stop by the old swing and scoop and pick up a few supplies before we head down. Couldn't hurt to be prepared. 9 tam season. Looks like the miners broke right through the wall of an ancient old barrow. I have seen this sort of thing in Skyrim before. Them Nords have barrows dotting the landscape, and almost none of them are even marked on any maps. Looks like this barrow belongs to someone calling the Bloodskull clan. Called the Bloodskull clan. I'm going to take some rubbings of the inscription on the tomb and see if I can learn some more information from my history books. 10, czyli kolejny dzień. It's been a few days and I can't find even a single mention of this clan anywhere. Milius and I decided to proceed ahead. We have come to a drop-down point, but I can see a massive chamber below. Took the better part of a day to lower everything down and climb down the almost sheer drop. It's been an astonishing day of discovery. After exploring the large chamber beyond the drop-off, I was startled to find the strange weapon I have ever laid eyes upon sitting on a pedestal of sorts. The blade appears to be flawless and is emitting a fine chilling glow. A bit of parchment I found about bits of parchment I found about the chamber seems to call the Bloodskull blade. Not certain if I should remove it yet. I think I will sleep on it. Kolejny tam dzień. I have decided against my own better judgment to remove the Bloodskull blade from its pedestal. Milius seem completely against it, but we need to bring this wondrous artifact with us when we find a way out of the barrow. Kolejny dzień. I should have listened to Milius. The moment the blade was lifted, we were set upon by the rock. Milius fought bravely, but he fell. I was able to destroy the remaining ones, but I was badly wounded. I can barely stand. My only chance would be finding a way out of this place, but I fear that I'm trapped. 14. Exploring has been slow. I can only move from maybe a few minutes at a time before I have to rest. My supplies are running low and I am feeling weekend by the hour. The only progress I have made is finding a strange door with markings on it that I have never seen. There appears to be something to them I'm missing, as they are confounded my attempts at getting through. I will have to study this further in order to make any progress. Barely can keep awake. I am fairly certain that the key to the door involves the use of blood-scarred blade. When swing the weapon, I am noticing a ribbon of mystical energy emanating from it. I think by swinging the sword in different directions, it's possible to manipulate this ribbon and solve whatever puzzle this door presents. I hope to get well enough to put this to the test soon. Each swing is a huge effort. Last entry. I have lost track of the time and my strength is fading. I can't even stand anymore. My wounds refuse to heal. I am afraid this tomb will become my resting place. If anyone finds this journal, please send these notes to my superior at the East Empire Company and tell my wife that I love her. My archaic guide. Dobra. Ogólnie w skrócie, tak jak już wiedzieliśmy, gość został tu wysłany przez kompanię wschodnioimperialną, tak, żeby zajął się jakimś niewyjaśnionym odkryciem, jakimś odkryciem krypt, tak, no i dotarł tutaj, przygotował się na podróż, tak, zajął mu tam parę dni, dotarł do krypty, no i się okazało, że w krypcie był jakiś miecz, raczej w krypcie, krypta była opisana, że to było krypta jakiejś klanu jakiegoś tam, klanu krwawników, czy coś, nie wiem, na przykład. Krwawego klanu. No i klan okazał się, że ma tam jakiś artefakt o nazwie Bloodblade, coś takiego. To jest chyba dwuręczny. Tak. No właśnie. Okej. No właśnie. I co? I ogólnie to znaleźli miecz w krypcie, później spadek mieli, tak, gdzie nie mogli wrócić normalnie, odkryli miecz w krypcie, no i mimo tego, że współpracownik tego naszego tutaj kolegi wspólnego, tak, tego przodka, dziadka tego, który tam na górze był, mówi, żeby tego nie brać, to on to wziął i draury się obudziły, poraniły ich mocno, no i zabiły tego współpracownika. Tamten drugi był mocno ranny, no i co? No i skończyło się na tym, że on próbował rozgryźć jak stąd wyjść, ale mu się nie udało, tak. No i tam mówi, że właśnie ten miecz chyba jest kluczem i o tym, że no wyjść nie mógł, nie? Czy coś tam. Dobra. Jestem ciekaw, czy da się ten miecz jakoś później ulepszyć, bo żeby on nie był papierowy jak teraz. To jest woda? Tak. Jest taki sweet spot. O kurwa. Kurwa, zajebią mnie za raczarami wszyscy. Dobra, ten miecz ogólnie jest chujowy teraz. Świście, kurwa zjebany łuk. Nie wiem co z tym jebanym łukiem zrobić. Może go naładować, ty. Ps, kurwa. Kurwa, zmarnował, naładował. Dobra, umieraj śmieciu. Ja w dwuręcznym miecze się raczej nie bawiłem. Okej, ja w ogóle przeszedłem tędy, tak? Tak. Dwa golda, no to kurwa wygrańsko. Ale widzę, że tam jest słowo mocy. A po tej stronie też jest? A nie, to jest to samo. Dobra. Sama skrzynka w sensie. Czego się nauczę? Strength Dragon Aspect. Tu w ogóle jakieś barachło kurwa przyzwał i nie wiem co to było, ale... Kurwa, ludzi nawciskali w twory. Ojeby. Black Book, dawaj to. Na chuj to przeczytałeś od razu. Jezus Maria, przyniosą mnie gdzieś oczywiście. Co do chuja? O jasno jest, to wyłącz pochodnie.
So, another seeker after knowledge enters my realm.
Co do chuja?
Am Hermaeus Mora, Prince of Fate and Lord of Secrets. This is Apocrypha, where all knowledge is hoarded. Perhaps you will prove clever enough to uncover the secrets hidden here. If so, welcome. Perhaps
Kurwa,
you
zajebany
are a
w hitarze.
fool or a coward. If so, you are in peril. Read your book again and escape before Apocrypha claims you forever.
Okej. Czyli mogę sobie przeczytać książkę i... spierdolić. Co się stało? Do siebie, kurwa, ty. Wściekła. Jezu, jak to napierdala, ty. Hello? Co ty kurwa jesteś? O ty gnoju. Pierdol się, Azorze. Zajebie co mówię i tyle. Wesół. Twoich książek, których nie przeczytałem. Jestem ciekaw, czy są jakieś zagubione tomy. O. Literki chodzą. Co to kurwa ma być? Czachy? Lover, companion, scholar. Lover. Lover is I do 10% damage and get from people of the opposite set. You may only accept ability from this book at time. Okay. Scholar. Reading skill book gives you extra skill points. Companion. Your attacks shout and damage, not damage. Okay. No to chuj daj mi Lovera. I co? Jakaś konkluzja sytuacji całej, czy... A, tu Soltheim, dobra. Chuj się tykałem tego gówna. O, ale mnie cofnęło do miejsca, dobra. Z powrotem. No nic, nie odkryłem nowych źródeł jakby zarobku tej całej miejscówki, ale... Ale może coś im to da. Przyjdą, ograbią. Jestem ciekaw, gdzie wyjdę. Może wyjdę tam koło tego. Tam, gdzie bandyci byli. Ha! Nie mówcie. No proszę. Widzicie? Jak to się nazywa? Keen Eye to się nazywa. To się nazywa bystry wzrok. I to powoduje, że Kamil widzi wszystko dookoła, wszystko widzi. Wszystkie ukryte przejścia. And this is surprise. Kurwa, stanął jebany down. By to chuj. O, tam są te gluty, kurwa, latające. To może jest bardzo agresywne u brzegu, nie? Też w sumie, ale to chyba prawda jest, nie? Że przy brzegu największy rozpierdol, jeżeli chodzi o falę. Najbardziej wciąga. Dobra, chyba tam jeden chociaż jeden by się przydał taki, żebym zeżarł i wiedział, co to ma za w ogóle właściwości. Ale drop zrobił, nie? A ten jeszcze jeden tu był? Kurwa, wyjdziesz. On gdzieś tutaj latał nad tym, nie? Czy nie? Co, do wody był? W wodzie był? To mały te latający. No i pyk. O kurwa ty, ten gościu jest w tym. Jest przy Earthstone'ie teraz. To oni się wymieniają jakoś?
Far from ourselves.
Ej, oni się...
Grows ever near to us. Our eyes once.
Ale jaja, ty, oni się wymieniają normalnie. I tutaj żyje ten górnik. Już chuj, bypassnąłem przez przypadek. Czy przez przypadek opcji nie miałem innej. Ty kto ty jesteś? Milorelet.
Can't a woman get a moment to herself? Leave me.
Idę, kurwa. A, to jest ta babka od tego prochu. Od prochów. Dobra, chuj, przeczekam parę godzin. Właśnie, na przykład koło, nie? Jest tutaj. Silver ingot potrzebuję. Czy no lepszy niż to co ja, no nie będzie miał, tak jak mówię, nie? Tego bardziej jako ciekawostka ten miecz niż jako tam jakaś normalna, realna broń.
Just about everybody in here. Find my pickaxe yet? Calling Stalrim an ore is like some folks say it's in. I don't think I've come across. If you're looking to learn more, you should head. So, you finally tracked down old Cretius, eh? Quite a character, isn't he? Tell you what, since you went through all the trouble of finding it for me and all, you keep it. I just wanted to remind that codger you can't just go around taking things from other people. Now that you've delivered the message, I'm sad. Besides, that pickaxe hasn't done me any good in years. Maybe you can put it to good use.
Pytanie, czy mogę go też korzystać z niego jako zwykłego pikaksa? Już kurwa nie ma pieniędzy.
Bring your weapons and armor to me. I'll fix it up right. You've been a good friend to me. That means something. Bring your weapons and armor to me. Glover Mallory's the name. If you're looking for a smith, you found one of the...
Wstawaj, 6 już. Idź questa oddać.
You're not supposed to be.
Co za głupia cipa. A ty co?
Either you're here to get showered in sparks, or you're...
Dobra. Gdzieś tam, gdzieś mieszka.
something to buy. Out with it.
A no tak, bo się mu tutaj włamywałem też. Kurwa mać.
You're not supposed to be here. You're back. Please, tell me what you found. Let me see that. Huh, I knew it. Gratian's death wasn't because of a rockfall. It was just a story to keep people away from the tombs. Now that I have his journal in hand, I can get some closure from the East Empire Company. Make them pay for lying to everyone. Thank you. Now, I believe I owe you a little more than a debt of gratitude for all that work you did. Here, it's not much, but it's the best an old retired miner can do. You're not supposed to be in here.
Okej. Gdzieś jest stały, już niedołężniały, a i tak mi dał siano. Pytanie ważne, gdzie są kurwa te nielegalne wino tam jakieś narkotykowe chyba. Bulwark Jail. Ktoś tu jest w ogóle w jailu? Pewnie ja mogę być, jak się postaram.
I'm sorry to bother you, but Second Councillor Rano asked me to come find you. He said it's quite urgent.
Okay.
All he wanted me to do is track you down and send you to him. Look, this is important. Even more important than wiping out the ash spawn. Please, go speak to the Second Councillor as soon as possible.
Dobra. Serve called. Kto ty jesteś, kurwa?
Thank you for coming.
O,
After everything you've already done for Ravenrock, I hate to ask for more, but I can't risk Councillor Morvain being killed.
o kurwa.
The Ulan family of House Lalu, a rival great house, has placed a death mark on the Councillor's head. It's a private matter. Let's just say they seek revenge for the execution of one of their own, ordered by Councillor Morvain himself. The problem is I don't have any solid proof that anyone from House Lalu is hidden among us. Only my suspicions.
Okay.
It may be justified, but it certainly isn't appreciated. Councillor Morvain simply feels that I'm being paranoid. I'm afraid that one day I'll awaken and discover him dead. And I don't want it to come to that. I do. I've received some information from my sources that there could be elements of Ulan's house, House Lalu, already in Ravenrock. Ravenrock is a small settlement, so it's hard to accomplish anything in secret. If any of them is from House Lalu, I wouldn't be able to make a move without them knowing. Summoning you here was part of my plan. I was hoping you'd be interested in investigating for me. I had a feeling you'd be willing to listen to me. I need you to start out by being my eyes and ears. Search Ravenrock and see if you can root out these traitors. The best place to start would be Geldis Sadri, over at the Retching Netch Corner Club. If he provides you any leads, check them out before bringing them to my attention. I can't afford to make any mistakes. Traitors. The lot of them. Their collaboration with the Empire may have given them unrivaled political and economic strength, but their hearts weren't with the Dunmer people. Lalu deserved every bit of hatred they received once the Empire released its grasp on Morrowind. Having past ties to the Empire immediately turned them into the scapegoat for the Dunmer people's suffering. They had welcomed the Empire with open arms and benefited from it. When everything was said and done, they were no longer recognized as a great house and were dismissed from the council.
Okay.
You might think it's all perfume and roses now that the mine's open, but all I see is a new security problem on our hands. Making sure those shipments of ebony make it safely from the mine to the shipping docks is my new order of the day. And with Solstheim crawling with reavers and Azora knows what else, I can't risk any attacks on Ravenrock. I maintain a few contacts in other Dunmer settlements across Tamriel. Most hail from House Redoran, but there are a few from other houses. Most of my contacts live leagues away from Solstheim. Sending the occasional message back and forth is all we can manage, and sometimes takes months or more to arrive. However, any information we can glean in times like this, I consider vital to House Redoran's survival. During the Oblivion Crisis, gates to the Plane of Oblivion opened all over Morrowind. The Empire pulled most of its forces out of Morrowind to deal with the gates in their own homeland, leaving us virtually defenseless. We had no standing army at the time, just uncoordinated pockets of resistance. House Redoran took charge and was slowly able to build an army. It took years, but it became a force to be reckoned with. When the Argonians invaded years later, House Redoran's army was able to prevent them from sweeping across all of Morrowind. It would be fair to say that House Redoran literally saved the Dunmer people from destruction. Don't worry, you can trust Geldis. He's been with us for a long time.
I'll give you this warning only once. Stay out of my way, and we'll do...
No dobra.
If you're dealing with me, there's only one thing
I don't know
to
who
remember.
sent you here. Goodness, it must have been quite difficult tracking those creatures down out there. Here, take these. They should help you during your journeys. Destroying the ash spawn has made it safer to work in the fields. Thank.
Przecież i tak nie wchodzili do miasta, co do chuja.
Looking for any potions? Ingredients? Alchem?
Tu jest główny quest. Tu jest jakiś tam. I tu jest też coś tam.
Supplies?
I might point to people that need... But I never lend to strangers, so shove off.
You think you have it bad?
No nic.
Stoke the fire. Take a seat and get the cold out.
With the Ashbourne threat taken care of, I've had to muster some more men to protect the mine, but I don't really have a problem with that. Second Councillor Arano is concerned that once word reaches the Reavers that the mine has reopened, they might think about paying us a visit. I say let them try. My men are ready for them. Find me that stash of wine. I'm itching to be rid of it.
Captain Gallen does the business around here. I'm just a ship's mate.
I work for Mogrel. You got a problem, you talk to him. Welcome to the Retching Netch Corner Club, home of... How do you think? It's a blessing. I've got regular paying customers again. Thirsty workers at the end of the day, and more coin than I can count. Well, well, Adril's got himself a spy, does he? Azura knows he needs all the help he can get. He's been chasing the Ulins for years now. No, I just think he's going about this the wrong way. Actually, I do. If you want to catch those slippery slaughterfish, you need to let them come to you. There's an Ulin ancestral tomb near the temple. Someone's been leaving ash yam offerings on the altar inside. If you were to wait inside for whomever that is, I'm betting they'll have some of the answers you're looking for. What makes you think I haven't? Anytime Adril and the Redoran Guard made a move, the Ulins must have been one step ahead and didn't show up. You can thank me if it works. Until then, I'd head to the tomb and wait until your visitor shows up. When a Dunmer is laid to rest, the body is burned and returned to the ashen soil. Since the ash yam is born of the very same soil, it represents rebirth and renewal, the fact that life ends and begins anew. Back in 95, Vila Ulin came to Raven Rock with a plan to take over our town. The Fetcher thought he could stir up the locals and use them against the Redoran Guard, and then murder Councillor Morvain when we weren't looking. He arrived alone, but spread enough coin around to start changing people's minds. Half the bloody town joined his side. Can you believe that? He underestimated the Redoran Guard. They were organized and brought a swift end to the coup. Vila tried to run, but he was caught by Captain Veleth himself. Vila Ulin was executed a short time later, and his remains placed in the Ulin ancestral tomb.
Oh.
The Redoran Guard have spotted a pack of werewolves in the mountains. The hunters up on Frostmoon Crag might know more.
Oh.
Come back any time. My doors are... Nothing specific, but I'm hearing rumblings of assassins living amongst us. I think they intend to target Councillor Morvain, but I can't be certain. Coast has been dangerous lately. Lot of reavers about. I've heard they're searching for the treasure of Acnir Deathbrand, the Pirate King. Come
Okay.
on, my doors are always open.
No dobra. Akurat dostęp do tamtej części krypty też mamy. Chyba ta lewa, czy ta prawa? Prawa. Te offeringi gdzie oni składają? Jak wiedział. Chuj, nie wiem. Przekucnę tu i będę czekał. Hello, biatch.
Ah, excuse me. I didn't realize there was anyone else here. I presume the same thing you're doing, leaving an offering for the departed. Forgive my surprise. It's just that I wouldn't expect that sort of behavior from someone who isn't Dunmer. Since there aren't any Ulans left on this island, I've taken it upon myself to leave the traditional offering in their stead. What do you mean? I thought I was clear. I'm simply honoring a fellow departed Dunmer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'd like to meditate a bit.
Okej. Okej. No w sumie jest z jakimś starym dziadem, nie? No. A nic nie ma ciekawego w sumie. Ale skoro tak, to skąd by wtedy wiedziała, jakby, czemu by miała nie przychodzić wtedy, gdy są ci, gdy strażnicy byli, nie?
Can't believe I've been... I hope Gelders proved useful. Have you made any progress? Tell us, Sue. Are you sure? So Gelders' plan worked, eh? Every time we tried it, no one would ever show up. If Telesu's involved in any sort of plot to harm Councillor Morvain, I'm going to need hard evidence to prove it. I'm not kicking down anyone's door until I have solid evidence in hand. If you're wrong about Telesu, things would quickly go downhill around here, and the real culprits might slip away. I can't afford for that to happen. If you have evidence, and it places your life in peril, I would expect you to do whatever you must to keep yourself alive. Here, this key should open the front door of the manor in case they've locked it. Good luck.
No kurwa, ma nawet klucz do nich.
Telesu is wife to the family patriarch Vendel. They have a single child, a daughter named Miri. They arrived here 10 years ago and have been nothing but a benefit to Raven Rock ever since.
Hold a moment, Mogrel.
They're quite wealthy, and they've been quite generous by sharing their fortune with the community. They've contributed coin, food, supplies, even helped repair a few of the buildings in town with their own hands.
Skyrim in a crate.
People have mentioned it's a bit odd about how close in age Mary appears to be to her father, but that's hardly a cause for alarm. Just make sure you find solid evidence. If I accuse them without it, I'll be the laughing stock of the colony. Did you find any evidence at Seth? Villa Ulen wasn't the first Ulen to live in Raven Rock. His father, Valen Ulen, was one of the first Dunmer to settle here. Unlike his son, Villa, Valen was a good man. He contributed to the community and was quite respected. When Valen died, his family provided the funds to construct the tomb. The Ulen family being a part of House Lalu didn't matter. It's Dunmer's tradition for the ashes of the deceased to be placed in an ancestral tomb. Valen Ulen and his son's remains were both laid to rest there because that's what he'd requested.
Okay.
If the Severin...
No dobra. Valen Ulen, Sralen Ulen. Mówią, że jego córka niby jest bardzo podobna wiekiem do starego, także nie wiem. A tam coś było, że przecież ta jego żona... Pierdalam. Dziabnął mnie, widziałeś? Dziabnął mnie świnia. Ulen, Lulen, Halen, coś tam. Co to za muzyka jakaś jest dziwna. Może to ta młoda jest, czy coś. O kurwa. No, trochę tych składników alchemicznych mają. O, jest ta. Safe. Pokaż. Gdzie jest Ulen? O, jest. Jerry Consul Saldin. In a matter of days, I believe we'll be ready. Our forces hidden within Ashfallow Citadel have been training night and day, ready to strike when we give the signal. With Captain Velet distracted by the Ash spawn attacks, the timing seems perfect. I have waited near a decade to exact my revenge upon Leleril Morva Morvin for the death of my ancestor, and I long for the moment my blade will be drawn across his throat. The next letter you will receive from me will include his head in a sack. Display it proudly in the hall of House Halalu Brother. Tak, jest napisane, że żołnierze, no, wojownicy, czy ktoś tam, zabójcy, którzy są schowani w ten Ashfallow Citadel i cały czas trenowali, są gotowi już do ataku. Kapitan będzie rozkojarzony atakami właśnie aż spawnów, tak? I wydaje mi się, że to właśnie ona doprowadziła do powstania tych spawnów, tak? Czyli ona ożywiła tego całego generała. No i mówi, że w końcu pomści swojego przodka i następny list, jaki się pojawi, to będzie już list, w którym dołączony będzie pudełko, czy paczka z głową tego całego konsulora, tak?
Did you find any? Then we finally have them. All that remains now is chasing them down and bringing them to justice. Good. I'm going to send two of the best Redoran Guard we have to take them down. I want you to assist them any way you can. See that you do. We can't afford to let these traitors slip away.
Okej.
Ashfallow Citadels...
Będziemy co, ich klepać, no? Czy co? Czy do tej całej cytadeli musimy iść? Chyba do cytadeli. A tutaj jest ta cytadela. High Point Tower. Zresztą my ten tower widzieliśmy. No dobra, jeszcze jakbym się dowiedział, gdzie jest ten cały staż. No tutaj jest ten Abandoned House, nie? Jakby... Abandoned Building. Okej. Wydawałoby się, że tutaj są te jakieś tam... Ten cały staż. No ale niestety. Chuj, później to zrobię. Idę z buta teraz tam do tego miejsca. Tak, w ogóle ja tu na murach nie byłem. Oho, ścina, uwaga. Ale przed chwilą wychodziłem, to jakiś chyba autosave najwyżej jest. Widzę, że tak co godzinę się ścina coś i crashuje chyba. Może przeskoczę na jakąś inną gierkę, na jakiś asasyna albo coś może. Fallouta chyba nie. O, asasyna. Co jest do kurwy? A w ogóle nie chciało mi tego. Nie chciało mi znaleźć gry. W sensie ekran, tak? Jak przechwytywanie nie chciało mi wyszukać gry. Okna. Dlatego muszę całą pulpit ściągać. Dobra, godzina minęła to akurat. I co? I sobie strzelę w tego. Pogram sobie w, może w Asasyna. Także do następnego.